Between my freshman year and sophomore year, that would have been about 1962 of July. Our youth department at our church had a trip they were going to do to Chicago, Illinois, at the old McCormick buildings on a Billy Graham crusade. Well, a lot of us went, and my grandmother and grandpa were chaperones. So when we got to this meeting, we sat pretty much down front, and probably about 5-6 rows back. So I had a real good look at Billy Graham, and I said, and as he started preaching, it just seemed like he was speaking right at me, nobody else. It was just me. And then the time came when the invitation was to go forward to receive Christ. I said, man, something was really moving inside me so bad that I was shaking. And I said, and I was crying. And my grandmother tapped me on the shoulder, and she said, do you want to go down there? I said, yes. I went down there, and I accepted Christ, and that was my... And my everything changed from that day on till I'm an old man today. I said my life had changed at that time. After all those years have gone by, the death of my son, I said the divorce of my wife, who was my high school sweetheart, and I said after all my children were grown up and gone and married, I said I'm sitting at home, I'm running a business, and I'd like to say that I have lived a good life, but I didn't. There was a time in the 80s after my divorce, I became a prodigal, and I could probably the worst you can get. I paid a price for that. And so as the years went by, I'm sitting there on my sofa. And usually when I'm setting appointments for my work and getting it organized, I like to watch the news. So in 2008, I turned on the television with my remote control, and I put my paperwork in front of me, and I looked up, and the screen said, Billy Graham Crusade, 1962, McCormick's Building, Chicago, Illinois. I said, man, something hit me over the head. Goosebumps went all over me. I said, I was there. I'm in this meeting. And I said, I got to watch it. And I called my sister, says, Carol, turn on the channel such and such, Billy Graham Crusade, 1962. You and I were there, and so was Mom and Grandma. But when the invitation was given, I did see myself get saved again at the age of, 60, you know. So I thought that was amazing. Then I heard this little voice kind of say, well, I said, I didn't forget you. Where have you been? So I just let you know that some people really believe that you lose your salvation and so on like that. God was with me all along. He just, like the prodigal. I just was out playing around, and I decided to come home again. Yeah. And I said at that point, I realized that God was trying to get back in touch with me, always has been. So I made myself right with the Lord at that time, and stayed that way from then on, and decided to use what I learned in Bible college to witness to people. And boy, do I have some stories to tell on that one that you'll read in this book. So that's what happened. I think that was kind of a little miracle that happened. I mean,
no kidding.
I was worried that God probably forgot all about me, and he sure did not.